Welcome to my book show and tell. This is one of the most gorgeous naked hardcovers I have ever seen in my life. Look at me building my collection. Hello beautiful besties, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bailey and I like to read a little bit. I realized today actually that my special edition collection has immensely grown. I did not used to be a collector and now I kind of am. I have some that are on pre-order, but I also have some here today. So we are going to go through all of the special editions that I own, what makes them special to me, where they're from, all the things, a little bit about the books, why I love them, something like that. You know, we're just gonna yap about them. And I'm also gonna go over my pre-orders with you guys, because some of them I am very excited for. I used to be someone who wouldn't buy special editions because I wasn't really a collector. I was like, I know this could be a problem. I have been very proud of myself thus far. Some of these are gifts, some of these are in subscription boxes, but most of them are books that I absolutely adored. So that was one of my, I wouldn't say rules because I've kind of broken it a couple of times. I only buy special editions of books that I love. Otherwise, I don't really need it aside from subscription boxes, okay? I am still on the wait list for Fairydale. I digress, we will get there eventually. So I just wanted to go over all of them because we've got quite the collection. Now, I don't keep my special editions in this room. Actually, you've seen them before. I keep them out in my living room on the display shelf because they're just so pretty and I don't want them to not be seen by every single person that comes into my house, which is almost no one, except for my husband, but you know, whatever. I want to look at them every day and I'm in there more than I'm in here, if I'm being honest. Let's go over what I have. What do I want to start with? Let's start with these two because these are fairly new. If you have been watching my videos for any amount of time, you should know by now, okay, you should know that the Shepherd King duology is one of my favorites of all time. All time. I love them. These are actually up here, the original copies that I have. Look at how annotated those are. Like, that's actually ridiculous. These transported me and took me into a whole new world and I adore them. None of the special editions had really been hitting for me. There was one that like Barnes & Noble released. There was another one that I liked, but I didn't like it that much. And then I saw these. These are just the deluxe hardcover edition that you could pre-order. I think there's still more left, but they are gorgeous. Look at this book. Let's go first of all. Oh my God, wait, this is like book show and tell. Wait, that's what all YouTube videos are. Kind of, but like this is my book show and tell. Anywho, back to it. This is the front cover. One Dark Window, this is the first book. You've got the spine of the book, the back of the book. Look at those edges. Do you see that? And then, wait for it. Stop, you can't look yet. You take off the dust jacket. It's got this beautiful little, what is that called? It's like a foiling. The girl, the king, and the monster they became. I die. But that's not all. We keep going. It's the magic system. It's the cards that go along with the book. I call them tarot cards. I can't actually remember what they're really called. I think they're Providence cards. That's what it is. But the end papers are all the cards and it's blue to go with the book theme. So that's book one. I'm so happy that I found copies of these that I actually love. This is book two, which is my favorite of the two books. Two Twisted Crowns, and the theme is red. You've got the spine, you've got the back, which the back of this one says, "Here we are, my darling girl, he whispered to me, the end of all things, the last page of our story." Stop. I'm gonna get emotional. I love the nightmare. Of course, you've got the sprayed edges. I love when sprayed edges sprayed edge. You know what I mean? Because sometimes they don't. So then you open it up and I actually want this tattooed or something of the sort. I actually think I may want a Providence card tattooed. That would be really cool. I need to write that down. Be wary, be clever, be good. And then on the inside, you've got the Providence cards again. If they're actually, if I'm forgetting and they're really not called Providence cards, I'm gonna look so stupid, but we're just gonna go with it. It's fine. The red detail and the fog. I am so happy that I found these. Like I said, I think you can still get them. This next one is very, very special to me because Emmy got it for me for the Texas trip. She brought a gift for everybody and this was mine and I love her for it. Oh, I didn't even tell you the name of the book. It's Heavenly Bodies by Amani Iriu. You've got the front cover. This is the Fairy Loot edition and it is stunning. I had been wanting this and I was so sad that I didn't have Fairy Loot and I couldn't get it. Look at those edges. And then you open it up. This is one of the most gorgeous naked hardcovers I have ever seen in my life. Look at this. Do you see that? Stunning, stunning. This book, whenever I think about this book, this is the perfect example of a romantasy. It is romantasy through and through. And then you open it up and you've got, I love them. Oh my God. They're so pretty. And this is one of my most prized possessions. Signed by Amani here. And then also, if you keep going, it says, "To Bailey, you look like the light has made love to you, Amani Iriu," which is a direct quote from the book. She didn't actually mean that about me, which is kind of rude, Amani, but you know, whatever. I love this. I will treasure this for my entire life because Emmy went out of her way because she loves me. Heavenly Bodies is not God tier. One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns are. This next one is also God tier. This is Fairydale by Veronica Lancet. Here's the thing thing about this special edition though. I got it from Fabled Co. I do not recommend buying from them. I was one of the lucky ones that did in fact get the copy that they paid for, but here's the thing. Allegedly, there have been some nefarious activity from Fabled Co. doing things that they should not be doing. And I believe they shut down actually, but I'm not positive. But I did get the copy that I paid for. A lot of people didn't. I do love this copy. This is one of my most prized possessions because here's the thing. Same thing as with One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns. I didn't like most of them. The one that I did like was being resold on Pango for like $400 and I'm not paying that. No book is worth that much in my opinion. I do love this version of it. So it's Fairydale by Veronica Lancet and it is perfectly gothic looking. The back of this says, "You would be mine under any name, just like I would be yours." This book's yearning. You guys, this is one of my favorite books of all time. I'm obsessed with it. Oh, the edges. Look at the edges. Gorgeous. Okay, looks like stained glass, kind of, in a way. Not really, but kind of, like a gothic version of stained glass. The naked hardcover. It's simple and it's stunning. And then the back. Oh my gosh. The back says, "I love and am loved in return, yet there is a gaping hole in my heart that seemingly bleeds invisible blood." And then you open it up and it's got these gorgeous end papers of a fountain. I love them. It's got all the detailing on the pages and stuff. I do love this book. I just don't love what Fabled has done to people. So that's tea. Next book. This is also a prized possession of mine because Emmy also gave me this one. It is from Fairy Loot. It is the Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig special edition. Do you understand that I love Rachel Gillig? This is absolutely stunning. I absolutely love the purple. This is stained glass. The other one was not stained glass. And then you open it up. Oh my God, I almost broke it. I am not careful. Look at this naked hardcover. Fairy Loot really does their big one with the naked hardcovers. I love them. I love them so much. And then the end papers. Do you see Bartholomew? Do you see him? It's gonna make me cry. Oh, one thing about me, I love a man who wears eyeliner. But this is so pretty, and the fact that Emmy got it for me. I love my friends. So this one isn't like a rare special edition or anything. There's a subscription box called Allural. They're a part of Book of the Month, but they're romantasy and fantasy romance books. And I recently subscribed. It was my first subscription box to subscribe to, and they have really good options. This is The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy by Bridget Knightley. But this was like $10 for an actually decent looking special edition. I mean, is it making my jaw drop? No. But it's gorgeous and it goes along with the theme. So it's, I mean, it's fairly simple, but it's still considered a special edition. I'm really impressed with them for this. And then you've got the Allural A. It's a really neat way to get affordable special editions. And I really like that they're doing this. It's really cool. And then we have the Ordeals, which is my October Allural pick. And I'm very, very excited to read this one. This is my vibe. And it says, "Old magic, new power, a contest to die for. The brave and the bold are invited to prove their worth in the Ordeals." And the edges are actually very pretty. This was the kicker. Look at that gold detailing. I love that. It's on both sides. Allural is really doing good with their editions. I think that's all of the Allural editions that I have gotten. Next, we have one that I adore. Ivy Ophelia did a Kickstarter for this special edition. I don't think you can get it anymore. You may be able to. I could be lying to you, so don't take my word for it. It's a reversible dust jacket. First of all, this is the side that I adore the most. I love how this looks on my shelf though. And then the back, it's about a vampire and a woman who tries to poison him. I do love the reversible dust jacket though. Look at this. Look at how gorgeous that is. I'm so glad that I live at this point in time so that I can get these books. I love the naked hardcover more than I love the dust jacket. It's like a felt material. Oh, it's so high quality. It's so nice. Look at the sprayed edges. And then the end papers, I love them. I love them, I fear. All of the pages are black, but I love this book and it looks gorgeous on my shelf. And I'm so happy that I spent the money. This was one of the first special editions I ever owned. Next, this is another one that is technically just a deluxe hardcover edition. I have so many copies of this book already, so I was like, I need one that's a little more special. It is Quicksilver by Kelly Hart, and they're doing all of the books in this series in this way. It has silver sprayed edges, which I am a fan of. The hardback isn't anything to write home about, but this is. Look at that character art. Are you kidding me? Kingfisher. I have pre-ordered the Brimstone edition. This is gorgeous. This stays on that shelf even though it's, you know, kind of basic. But speaking of Quicksilver, hold on, wait. Actually, you know, I didn't organize this well. Speaking of Quicksilver, I did put another copy of Quicksilver into this because it is the indie discreet cover edition without Kingfisher on the front. This means that I have 4 copies of this book. Do I need 4 copies? Yes, mind your business. But this is gorgeous. Okay, so you've got the back, nothing on the edges. It's just, you can't get this anymore, so that's why I consider it a special edition to me, and I love it. This will never leave my possession, ever. This next one is not a special edition of a book, technically. If there was a fire in my house, this would be the first book that I run to. Actually, a few of these would be, but this is one of them. It is Drive by Kate Stewart. God tier book for me, obsessed with it. I love the Bittersweet Symphony duet, but the reason this one is so special to me is because Larry annotated it for me, and she wrote down her thoughts as she was reading it. It was so cool when I did my reread to be able to go back and read a version that she read. She wrote in here, she was like, I understand why you love this book so much. It is very you coded. And I was like, yeah, you know, I love my emo sad voice. This was such a kind gift. Like I said, I have the best friends, genuinely. I am very grateful that I have this copy, and this will forever be on that shelf on display out there because it is so special to me. And then another God tier. Are you seeing a theme? Most of my special editions, like I said, are books that I will never ever stop thinking about. Most of them are God tier or just ones that I genuinely love. Hollow Heathens and Bone Island by Nicole Fiorina. These I got off of Nicole's website. Nicole Fiorina sells all of her books. I think you can get them all signed pretty much. And she really spends the money on her books to make them gorgeous. Okay, so Hollow Heathens, there's no end papers or anything. This is just the regular dust jacket. But we take the dust jacket off, and what do we have but a gorgeous, gorgeous, very, very smooth hardcover. The cover of this one says, I believe this world is filled with nothing of the normal, that we are all monsters and freaks, and if my beliefs are true, we can escape the shadows to find one another. I believe something more hideous and cruel has put us there in the dark corners of our minds. Something that isn't normal itself, for normal is the lie to keep all the monsters and freaks tamed. I love this book. These two, I need book 3. This book has random art all throughout, and then you've got her signature and her embossing right here, and then it has a full map of the town of Weeping Hollow. These are the perfect books to read during spooky season, by the way. And then it has Julian and Fallon, and I love them. There are different versions of this book that you can buy. So now we move on to Bone Island. This is my favorite of the two. I love Stone Danvers. He is my favorite. He's the MMC in this book. Same thing, again, you take off the dust jacket and you get this really cohesive, like the whole series is gonna look like this, I believe. The front of this one, I'm gonna cry. She was born in the ocean, her heart a thrilling sea, tears of broken lovers begging to be freed. With emeralds in her eyes, sharp blade in her mind, she was of wicked beauty, for the lost boy was blind. She sang with such sweet sorrow, calling out to thee, dragging him into the deep, a cold kiss in starlit seas. The love maid was forbidden, the unlacing of melancholy, beneath the thrashing waters as if they'd been set free. She craved an escape, he craved to be found, two silent hearts thirsty until they both drowned. Kind of spooky, spooky scary. So then you open it up, signed by Nicole Fiorina, and she wrote, Bailey, if not half my soul, then in my blood. I love it. You get this picture. Oh, it's gorgeous. Now this one is different because I got the premium edition of this one. I would like to eventually go back and get the premium edition of Hollow Heathens as well. Because it's premium, you get the map just like you got in Hollow Heathens, but the photos are color. Look at them. Stone and Adora, I love them. I got this next one this year, like just recently, a couple of weeks ago, because Nicole Fiorina, she puts out the limited special editions every Heathen season, which is spooky season. I was not quick enough to get the Hollow Heathens version, but I did get the Bone Island version. It's a paperback. Look at how gorgeous, gorgeous this is. I love this so much. It's signed by Nicole. I'm very careful with this copy. And then you open it up, it says, if not half my soul, then in my blood, which was the quote that she put on the book when she signed it in the other version. Look at this. It says, she craved an escape, he craved to be found, two silent hearts thirsty until they both drown. You've got the map. This is on like premium paper too. And you've got another version of them. Well, I mean, it's the same photo from the other book, but it's still in this one too. And it has the one in the back too. I will have every single version of this book if I have anything to do with it. So now we've got Nocticadia. This was my first special edition I had ever bought myself. I did not like the sprayed edges that came with it, so I didn't do that. So you've got the dust jacket. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Look at the reversible dust jacket. Look at Daddy Devereg. I love him. The hardcover is the real star of the show. Oh, I love it so much. I love a black hardcover. They're so pretty. Oh, that's a thick. Look at the end papers. And she's thick. I'm gonna rip it. Bailey, can you be careful? Has a note from the author, has the playlist, and then the back is the same as the front. I love this edition. It is gorgeous. I'm so glad that I was able to get my hands on it. This Nocticadia edition is from Lit Haven. Lit Haven and Fairyloo are my two favorite special edition places to order from. I highly recommend them. I did want to briefly mention this one because this is the first edition of Fourth Wing. It does have tabs on it. I didn't write in it. I've been thinking about continuing this series because I read this book, Fourth Wing, when it first came out, and then I just never continued. But apparently this is like a really sought after version just because it has the OG sprayed edges. Slay, I guess. And then my last ones, actually that's not true because I have these as well. These are my Cursive Ophelia, and it's just the outsides that are like this. This is a fantasy romance series. And then the second book, look at these. Aren't they gorgeous? And these were just the hardcover editions. I got these off of Amazon because Nicole Platania is a indie author. Those are just the hardcover editions. Now, as for pre-orders, I have the Fairy Loot edition of Dire Bound that is coming to me. I ordered that literally today. And I cannot wait. I'll insert pictures. I also have the Lit Haven version of Blood of Hercules coming. I loved that book at the beginning of this year, and the special edition was just too pretty to pass up. If I can remember correctly, I think I only have one other special edition coming, and I think it's Anathema by Carrie Lake, also by Lit Haven. Gothic books, when they're done in a special edition form, I don't know why, they just are better. I did not realize that I had this many special edition books. That's actually crazy. Look at me building my collection. I love this for us. Now, my question for you is there a special edition that you think I would love that I don't have on the shelf? And also, what is your favorite special edition that you own, and who is it by? I am always looking for new special edition places to order from, so I want to know. Tell me the details. Let me know things. Anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I love y'all so much. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next week.